Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Before I get into this, I do want to express that I am not a financial expert, and these are not recommendations on what you should do and how you should invest your money, but just me simply documenting what I am doing with mine. So before you invest in the stock market, please do your own research and your own due diligence. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start off by saying thank you for tuning back into another video here on my journey to financial freedom. This week we have week 2 of the Robinhood options challenge, and let me start off by saying this week was crazy in the stock market. We started the week off very strong, but as you all know, we had a major sell-off, and there is a lot of concerns and uncertainty on where this market will go. So that's why you'll see here when I open up my spreadsheet, didn't really make a lot of plays, wasn't trying to force anything. So at the end of the day, we made some profits, so let's get into it. All right, so the first play that I got into for this week was a covered call on IVR. It was a 17 July expiration date, and I sold it for $103. So I received $103 to sell the rights to sell my shares at a $12 strike price. So you can see there, if my stocks were called away from me, in parentheses right there, it says 1303. That's what I would have received as a profit from the premium and for the capital gains for selling my shares at the $12 strike price. But I ended up closing out of this early. I received $57 for closing out. So the actual profit for the covered call for IVR was $57. All right, so the next play I have is on SPY. I ended up selling the 317 put and then buying the 318 on the 9th. That was Tuesday at 2:45 for the June 10th Wednesday close. And let me tell you, this was really close to me actually losing some money, because the SPY did take a dump right after that, but the SPY was floating around like 320, 322, and then on 10th at close, it closed around 319 on the dot. So this play right here, after I closed it the next day, I kind of slowed down where the direction I was taking it, doing the put credit spreads, because I saw the market start dropping and tanking. So I did not want to get either caught up on the losing of collateral or even selling puts, buying a share at a price higher when I saw the market total was on a downtrend. So this play kind of maybe step back and kind of just roll with money for the rest of the week. I think I only had like another play or two, but we'll get into those next. All right, so the next play I want to get into is TLT. And the reason why I got into this is because Jerome Powell was expected to release guidance on the Federal Reserve if they're going to increase or go to negative interest rates. And he did come out saying that they will leave it near zero for the foreseeable future. I believe it was 2020. But anyways, I bought a call debit spread. I spent $204 on 2 contracts. I bought the 160 call, and then I sold the 163 call, and then I ended up selling it the next day on Thursday for $352. So on that, I made $148 on the TLT call debit spread. And so the next one I'm going to get into, since I did make little above my $200 weekly quota, I did make a play on Dave & Buster's, ticker symbol play. They had earnings, I believe it was Thursday, June 11th. So I did buy the weekly. I bought a put. I believe it was like $3 or $4 below where they were currently at. Their earnings were below expected, but we all know how this market goes. Companies give out bad numbers, but they give you a little bit of hope, and the stock market reacts the complete opposite. So I did spend $20 on that put, and it got 110% clapped, and lost that $20. But at the end of the day, week 2, we made $217, and that brings our grand total for the past 2 weeks to a net profit of $414. I'm looking forward to week 3 of this Robinhood options challenge. I am looking at a couple of different companies. It really depends on how the market opened up on Monday. If they open up red, then this strategy, we might have to take a pause and go with how the market is currently trading. But with that being said, I'm looking at CarMax and Smith & Wesson first. Both of these companies report earnings next week, and I do believe both of these companies will either meet or exceed expectations by a substantial number. So with that being said, we're going to play these different. For CarMax, I'm looking at selling the premium. So I'm looking at selling some put credit spreads for CarMax. And then for Smith & Wesson, I might just buy or sell a cash secured put, or I might buy a couple of out of the money calls and see if we can get some of that implied volatility in our favor. And we can sell those off for a little bit of a profit. The next one I'll look at is American Airlines. They got beat up last week. All the airlines did. I do see them, or airlines in general, taking another hit. So I might hold off on selling some cash secured puts on airlines, because personally I don't want to be stuck with the American Airlines. I don't want to hold on to 100 shares. So I know I can sell some covered calls after I get put with the 100 shares if my put gets exercised, but personally I don't want to do that, so I might shy away from the American Airlines. And then the next play that I'm looking at is TNA. This is a daily small cap bull ETF. They took a beating last week, so did the market. This is a 3 times ETF. So if the markets dump, then the 3 times ETFs, they take a hit as well. But if we start to see a gradual incline, or if we start seeing the markets kind of trade off even or even slightly positive day in and day out, this ETF will increase in price. So I do look to sell maybe one cash secured put on TNA. If we look at it here, you can kind of see for next week, if we sell the $20 or the $19 strike price, we receive $70, $62. I do notice that these prices are kind of fluctuating. The market, these prices aren't relative to what it will be Monday morning, but that's where I'm looking at maybe the $19 or $20 range for selling a cash secured put. All right, with that being said, that is week 2 in the bag. I am looking forward to week 3 of this 52-week Robinhood options challenge. I hope you guys are as well. If you made it to this point of the video, please go ahead and click that like button and subscribe as well. And none of this is possible without you guys, so thank you so much for watching these videos. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. I will get to them as soon as I can. So yeah, with all that being said, man, thanks for watching the video. Thank you for all love and support, and stay tuned till next week for the recap of week 3 of this challenge. Hopefully you guys are all making some money in the stock market, and or just learning something about the stock market. So yeah, until next week, I'll catch you then. Peace.